Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Tonight we are here with the All-American Cup Series here at the 2008 version of Charlotte. In the booth with me tonight, Christian Taylor. Christian, how you doing?
Doing great. Looking forward to this race here at Charlotte. Going back in time, the yellow walls is a beautiful version of this track here. Christopher Heller about to get qualifying. I can't wait for the show these drivers going to put on tonight.
Yeah, now, Christian, I believe I was peeking at a little document Jesse put together for us. Didn't really read it. I didn't care that much. But I think I saw Christopher Heller was the points leader. Is that right?
He is. He has 305 points. The next person behind him is 20 points down, which is Stephen Miles. Christopher Heller, consistency king. He has 1 win, 6 top 10s. For Stephen Miles to be able to make up that 20-point gap to this race and the next one, which is the championship final, he needs to outscore Heller by more than 10 points per race. And then going down, there's other people that has a shot, but it's pretty much between them two.
Yeah, well, good to know. Heller's been up front the whole year. I know he's won at least once, so we're going to see if he can get the job done. But you know how many cars we got signed in here right now, Christian? Not counting me.
We have. I can't tell you.
Yeah, no telling.
38, 34 maybe, something like that. I might be doing math wrong.
And not a bad field, not a full field, but pretty close to it here at Charlotte. And Heller looks like he's still raping it around the track. Let's see where he puts himself here in qualifying as he's on the back stretch right now.
Current pole sitter is Christian Angel. Watched him race last night. Christopher Heller, though, finishing up his lap.
And the new Carlisle, Ohioan. Heller going to put himself 9th for now.
He's got another lap to go, even if that's where he finishes up. I don't think that's... Oh, he's done. Well, finishing 9th. I don't think that's going to define his evening, though. 9th is still a good starting spot. He's fast.
Speaking of fast, how about the Santiago Chilean Mauricio Montenegro in 2nd place? He was 1/100th off from that pole spot from Angel.
Definitely fast here tonight. Not really in the championship battle, though, for the season.
Yeah, I know Mauricio's missed a couple races, and, he's had a couple good finishes, but a handful of not-so-good finishes. Now, Christian, I was looking at our power rankings earlier here for the series. I believe you have access to the top 5 or 6 here for the All-American Cup Series. What kind of information you got for the fans?
So, at a score of 90.1, we got Nick Gowan on the top. Second to him is Christopher Heller. He scores an 89.0. Rounding out the top 5, you got Logan Hamilton, Justin Thompson, and Ken Robnett. That's your top 5 in the power rankings for Hutchinson Motorsports TV All-American Cup Series.
Yeah, those power rankings, really interesting stuff there. If you're just tuning in, that is something we do. We put all the data from all of our leagues together, and we combine them into one power rankings. That one was just for this series, but if you head over to our Discord, in the description, you will see a link to our Discord. So head over there. We have an entire chart made. I believe there's 90-something drivers in there. As Casey Carrington's crossing the line here, his lap time is going to be in the back, but he's got one more lap to go here tonight. But Christian, I think it's about time for us to lock in our picks to win it.
Definitely so. Let's see. Who am I going to pick tonight? I look at most wins here, which is you tied for 1 each. You got Mark Whitley or Matthew Weeks. I don't think I'm going to go with the statistics. I'm going to go with Christian Angel, who just got beat from the pole. Ken Robnett took it over.
How about that? Ken Robnett, top of the board, less than 100th of a second faster, a 29.69. Is qualifying 5 minutes or 10 minutes here, Christian? I know we do the fake consi, but we may not do that tonight since we don't have enough cars. Oh, wait, yeah, we do. There's actually 48 cars. Yeah, we have plenty of cars, so we have plenty of time here.
We have people going home. People will be going home.
I thought we were in the 30s, but no, this is actually 48 cars. That's not even counting me. So we're going to have, I don't know, 40 or 43 start here, Christian,
43 will be starting tonight.
43. So 5 of them are going to go home. We're going to have a fake consi here shortly. So we got plenty of time. Then we got a warm-up following that. So, folks, you still got probably about 10 plus minutes before we drop the green flag. But hey, before you go anywhere or take a break, grab you a beverage, kick back, relax, click that like button on the video, subscribe to the page here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Next week is going to be our series finale with the All-American Cup Series. We're going to be at Darlington for a finale. What do you think of this series finishing at Darlington, Christian?
You know, that's my home track, mine and Jesse Becker's home track. I am really looking forward to that. You know, always puts on a great show. Darlington does. No matter what car, no matter what time of year you go, it's always beautiful racing.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a break here while we're waiting for this fake B main event to end, and we'll be back here for the start of this one tonight. We are here for the World 200 Charlotte Motor Speedway All-American Cup Series Gen 4 Racing. Coming up next, like, subscribe, check out the description, drop a comment. We'll be back in a moment.
Green, green, green.
We are back here at Charlotte in time for a quick 3-minute warm-up. Christian, how are you feeling about this one as we get ready to start here shortly?
You know, it's going to be an exciting race as we have multiple storylines developing here. You know, Christopher Heller, your points leader, he's the consistency king. He just needs a good finish tonight and needs to basically beat Stephen Miles, who also himself, Stephen Miles, needs to outscore Heller by 10 points. So he just needs misfortune for Heller. And also, somebody just got eliminated from contention. Elijah Cole, he was a long shot already. He needed to win both of these last 2 races, plus rely on Christopher Heller to collapse. However, he has missed tonight's main event, so therefore he is eliminated.
Yeah, you know, Elijah Cole, he was junk, showed up, unloaded out of the trailer slow as hell. He didn't even make the show. He is loading up already. A quick night for Elijah Cole in that slow junk. I don't even know what number. But we're watching them warm it up here, Christian. Now you put in your pick a minute ago. Sorry, I already forgot. Who'd you take?
I picked Christian Angel at the time, who, when I was picking it, he had the pole. But, you know, Ken Robinette quickly beat him. But I'm going to stick to Christian Angel here. Rowdy, they call him. Easily South Carolina.
You know, Christian, you seem to always take the guy on the pole, so I'm not surprised there. But let me look through the field. You know, I'm not seeing Nick Gowan. You see him? Is he even here tonight?
Nick Gowan is...
No. Wow, that's surprising. That he would have been a favorite here. I know he planned on racing this.
He's
No, he didn't even show up.
6 in points. Yeah, he's 6 in points, only 58 points back behind the leader. So
and he missed a race. He missed a race too already. So I mean, he probably would have won this championship if he would have made it here every night. But right now, we're looking on the screen. We're looking at the 3-car Justin Thompson, and let's plug in that is my pick to win it here tonight. I don't even know where he's starting. Justin Thompson, I think he's going to be fast here at Charlotte. It's going to be about saving tires. Tire wear should be a thing here at Charlotte tonight. We got fan favorite Mauricio Montenegro out of Santiago, Chile. Folks, if you didn't think Hutchinson Motorsports TV was worldwide, well, you've been lying to yourself, because the Santiago Chilean Mauricio Montenegro is going to try to get his 2nd podium finish of the season. As the checkered flag is coming out for the warm-up, it is just about time to get started here tonight.
Don't you know, ladies and gentlemen, we're more worldwide than Mr. Worldwide himself. Pitbull ain't got nothing.
Absolutely. And Christian, every time you talk, it's like you get lower. I think I've turned you up 3 times.
I think that was my fault.
Well, now you're probably too loud. I'll turn you down a tad, but we're probably going to be chasing, we're going to be playing tag the whole night. But nonetheless, though, the field is set. Let's get some of these patented tunes playing in the background and get the night started away. Oh, this is going to be a good one, folks. One of my favorites.
I'm about to find out who won the Mike Husby Design Pole Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at Charlotte 2008 Variation with the All-American Cup Series. The Gen 4 Cup car is going to rip it around for the World 200. Here is tonight's starting lineup. Your Mike Husby Designs Pole Sitter Award winner, the 09, starting in the pole position, Ken Robinette on his outside, the 75, Christian Angel.
And row number 2 in the 12 machine, straight from Chile, Mauricio Montenegro in the 12, and James Lowe in the 07, doing his outside.
Row number 3 on the inside, the 67, Ryan Kelly on his outside, the 06, Chris.
Row number 4, Walker McOutley in the 13, and Matthew Weeks, keep an eye on him in the 11 car. He's won here before.
Yeah, always wanted to watch his pass every week, but row number 5 gonna be the 40, Connor LaFrance on the inside, the 83, Alex Bryson on the outside.
Row number 6, James Silver from Cornerstone Motorsports in that 17 car to his outside, Mason Wagman in the 7.
Row number 7 on the inside, the 16. Your points later, Christopher Heller Jr. on his outside, the 92, Daniel Garreau.
And Curtis White in the 63. To his outside into 1, Stephen Miles, who needs to honestly have a good night over Heller.
Yeah, been a rough season for Miles, a lot of wrecks, but he's going to try to figure it out. But in the 17 starting position, the 15 all the way from Australia, Ian Silva on his outside. My pick to win it from the back, Justin Thompson. And folks, that's all we're going to say here tonight. We didn't say your favorite driver. It's not our fault. They're slow, they're junk, they're starting from the back. They got some work to do. But the field is set. We're going to be dropping the hammer, going green. Your front row going to be Rob Ned on the inside, Angel on the outside. Pace car is in. We are ready to roll in front of a sold-out crowd. Charlotte Motor Speedway, green flag in the air. The World 200 is underway.
Caution is out. Why?
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not even seeing a wreck on. I'm off the track, but that was the fastest caution ever. I mean, I don't even know if there was even a wreck yet.
And you know, iRacing does not like cautions before all the cars have passed.
Yeah, I feel like the caution comes out before a car even goes off the track. So here's the replay. Green flagged out. Oh, I mean, God, it just instantly came out. So we might have some scoring issues, folks. You're probably going to see some cars go a lap down. We'll have to sort it out, but hopefully not. We'll stay tuned. That didn't take very long here, did it, Christian?
It surely didn't. You said green flag, I said caution.
Boy, you know, that just brings me PTSD, Christian. I don't think you were here last week. We were at Pocono, and I think we were here all night. 12 cautions at Pocono last week.
Yep, I was actually in the underway as a moving last week, so I didn't have my setup put together, but I kept checking in, and I checked in probably a handful of times, and I saw yellow every time I looked in, so hopefully we're not going to have a repeat of that tonight.
Yeah, I definitely believe you saw the yellow every time you checked in. But, you know, Christian, I'm still waiting. You know, I asked for proof that you were moving. You're supposed to submit some proof.
Does the room change not give it away in my microphone? You can hear the echo in the room right now.
I don't know. We'll have to look into that, Christian. I'm kind of suspicious, though. I think Jesse was, too. But looks like nothing changed up front. We had one car go into the grass there, maybe two. So I don't think anybody had major damage. Even though I'm seeing Walker McContley marked as out right now.
Interesting.
So who knows? Maybe he just disconnected. I don't know. We'll see if he comes back or what's going on. But I got a few there, the 41st through 43rd positions down pit road. I don't think they're out yet. They're just getting those cars worked on, ready to roll. But hey, folks, we appreciate you tuning in, spending your Thursday night right here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We got Mighty Donut 88 in the chat. Christian, what do you know about Mighty Donut?
I know a good old guy from Donut Box Racing League. That's Cody over there.
Yeah, good to see Cody making it out here tonight. Like he said in the chat, the world's #1 streaming service, that is right here at Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Folks, if you haven't liked and subscribed, we don't know what you're waiting for, because we are the best in the business. This is the only place you're going to see all American Cup Series action. And Christian, we've got a few other leagues too every week, don't we?
Definitely so. On Tuesday night, Stars and Stripes Racing Series. And then Wednesday nights, currently, you know, we're getting started with the GLSR. That's the Great Lakes Sim Racing Series. Truck racing action on Wednesday night. Soon also to be multi-streaming all of... I am getting my leagues. Yes. Superstar ARCA Cup Series here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. And, of course, Thursday night for 2 more races. All-American Cup Series. What do we do Sunday nights, Blake?
Sunday night, MCR multi-class racing. That's IMSA racing, folks. If you're sick of ovals, well, we got something for you. Head on over to our Discord channel. You can join IMSA. And, Christian, you know what? I think it's time to open up a cold one. We're going to be here a while, and I'm going to get a buzz going.
Oh, my goodness. Drunk Lake Broadcasting.
Yes, sir. But in the chat, Delta Vision asking who we're voting for. You know, I'm taking a wild card from the back. I'm taking Justin Thompson, who started 16th. Christian taking a guy on the front row like usual. He's got Angel there in the 75.
I gotta have a shot, you know. And of course, you know, he's gonna have some misfortune, but pace car is in. We're gonna try this again. All the fans are on their feet, off their seats. Green flag in the air. Christian does not get a good start there. Leader, second place pulls away there.
Yeah, Robnet heading into turn 1. He's going to be your race leader in that 09. Robnet's had an up and down season. He's had some speed, but he's starting to run away with this one already. Let's see if he can bring home this crown jewel event, folks. This is the World 200 here in Charlotte.
Ken Robnet in the 09 machine already almost a half a second lead. Pull a bust in between him and second place. Look at this jumbled mess out here. Curtis White is in the 63 car from Sacramento, California.
Yeah, these guys racing hard through the field. Looks like James Lowe taking the second position from Christian Angel Rowdy as well. But meanwhile, Curtis White throwing the slide job, getting around the 7 car.
See that block from Heller right there. Slid up the track right in front of the car behind him, making sure he doesn't lose any positions.
Yeah, we know, Christopher Heller, he is our points leader, and Christian, he has not made friends this season. I remember early on in the year, he was making everybody mad, but he's been doing his thing, finishing well. He's trying to bring home the championship here in the next couple weeks.
You can't forget the mini rivalry. It really only lasted 1 week, but between Heller and Stephen Miles, and it's turned out to be your championship battle here later on in the season. Justin Thompson on screen now.
Yeah, we're on the Hutchinson Motorsports TV right side window camera. He's got the 7 car behind him. He's going to keep him back there right now. He's up to 13th. My pick to win it. He's got some work to do.
What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, I see Stephen Miles just put down the fastest lap of the session. He's in the 12th spot, so don't count out that 1 car a mile.
Somebody I'm going to keep an eye on tonight is the 40 of Conor LaFrance. He hasn't had a top 5 since week 2, so definitely one to keep an eye on. I know he's been involved in incidents just about every week, so that's a beautiful car. I'd like to see it do better than it has been, unfortunately, the past few weeks.
Absolutely. Conor LaFrance, he's always up front every week, and speaking of up front every week, he's got Matthew Weeks in that 11 car with the FedEx.com logo on the back. So these 2 old fast cars that watch, they're sitting in the 7th and 8th positions right now. Let's drop back here. How about Lilith Peters sitting in the 18th position? You know, Lilith has had some good runs this season, but the Tampa, Florida native not looking so good here tonight, sitting in 18th Charlotte.
What we're going to see on the screen, best finished second right there. Lucas Strayer from Elizabethtown. You know, he's always blasting music in that car. He doesn't listen to car noises at all. He just playing like, I bet he's playing Fetty Wap tonight.
Yeah, you never know with Lucas. And, you know, this is a familiar face. We've seen him a lot this year. He runs a lot of our series. He is a diehard Hutchinson Motorsports TV fan. We saw him last night in the GLSR Mystery Series. Dustin Coggin, that's another one we have in a few different series of ours. I believe Superstar Arc was the series he's in. And here he is tonight. He might be in the GLSR series as well. I'm not sure, honestly. It's hard to keep track.
We have so many racers here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. You know, like you said, definitely hard to keep track of. One of the biggest community of racers I know right here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV.
As the battle for the lead is developing here. Your guy, Christian Angel, in the second spot. The race leader of Ken Robnet going to try to make that pass for the lead.
That's why I picked him. You know, he's just always fast, consistent, and he's going to win tonight. I know it.
Well, Christian, I mean, since you picked him, my guess is pretty soon he's probably going to be backed up into the wall.
Yeah, it's happened too often.
You know, the only series you seem to have good luck in is the Stars and Stripes series for whatever reason. But the rest of them, everybody you pick jumps it. So bad news for you, Christian.
Nah, us Christians have to stick together. He's going to do it here tonight. Looking at the chat, though, pumping tonight. Connor Gerard, the HMS TV fan goat chat. Brantley Rhoda from Harpoon Design says howdy. Deju Cat Motorsports looking for good runs from the 01, 06, and 07 too.
Well, he's rooting for half the field.
Yes.
That's the way to do it, though, Christian. You know, you pick 5 cars, one of them.
Definitely so. I mean, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, but hey, how about the Santiago Chilean Mauricio Montenegro right now sitting in the 5th position. Top 5 run for him so far, but looks like he's giving up some positions here. He's probably going to drop back to 6th as Connor LaFrance has just pulled out to the outside.
I hear wrecking. Caution is out. What happened, ladies and gentlemen? Let's investigate.
Daniel Giroux here. Oh, the 7 just junks him. Oh, Lilith Count. Oh. Well, they're fighting for the same real estate there. The guys in last are junking it. That wasn't too bad for the guys in the back, but bad news there for the 92. Just gets absolutely junked by the 7, which I believe the 7 is a substitute racer this week. He's filling in for Logan Hamilton, if I'm not mistaken.
That is the case. Get my facts straight. That is definitely right. Mason Wagaman will be taking over for the number 7, like you said, for 2 races, last 2 races. So he's
not a good start.
Finishing off the season.
Not a good start for the new number 7 car. Wagaman just flat out junked the 92. He says, we got a new driver in the seat, and I'm going to be making some enemies. So we're 16 laps in, though. We got some guys coming down pit road. Uh-oh, bad news. Angel heads down pit. That's just a tough call. When you're up front, you go down pit road, and you don't see many of them behind you follow you.
Well, you know, one thing I was noticing, it's on my sheet here, that tires are a big play here tonight. You got 4 tire sets, so you got to be strategic when you use them. But there's 134 laps total. We're only 17 in, so I don't know.
If he's burning a set of tires here, that's bad news. Let's see what he's doing. Yep. And he's roasting a set of tires early on. I don't know if you got 4 sets to change, burning one of them here on lap 17. The math doesn't add up there, Christian. If you use a set of tires every 17 laps, he's going to be out of them around, I don't know, what, lap 60 to 80.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to trust the system here. We're going to see if he knows something that the rest of these people don't.
I don't know. I'm just not so sure. He's just lost all of his track position. Now he's in the back. So first of all, you're risking being involved in a wreck more. And then you're burning a set of tires and you lost your track position. Seems kind of like a lose-lose for me. But we're going to see how it works out there for that Harpoon Design 75 machine. Maybe Brantley Roden in the chat can give us a rundown of what the plan is. Speaking of Brantley Roden, though, Christian, take a look at the screen here. We're going to do this beautiful blimp flyover, folks. Believe it or not, I actually did make this myself. I'm quite proud of it. So we're going to show it off here. Ladies and gentlemen, Harpoon Design. Head on over to harpoondesign.com. They are your official blimp sponsor for Hutchinson Motorsports TV, the world's #1 streaming service.
Such a beautiful blimp. Let's get emotional.
Right now we are with our eyes in the sky. Brantley Roden flying around in a Harpoon Design blimp right now in front of this sold-out crowd here at Legacy, Charlotte. I think we're about to go green this next time around.
It would appear so. These cars are getting gridded up 2 by 2. Ken Robnett, your race leader.
Absolutely, folks. But hey, before we go green, click that like button on the video. Subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We are streaming live 4 times every single week right now. We have 4 different weekly series. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Everything from IMSA racing to NASCAR racing. Everything in between. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, the only subscription you need to have. And it's free.
Free indeed. Let's see this restart.
In the chat, Greg Gallen. Green flag in the air. Christian, take his green while I check out the finish.
Ken Robnett with a great jump there. I was watching for anyone to spin the tires. It seems like everyone's rolling. Clean and green, heading into turns 1 and 2. We go up to the wall cam right now. Shooting down the backstretch. Look at these cars go. What a shot that is, too, as they're coming right at the camera.
Absolutely ripping it around the speedway. Ken Robnett, your race leader in that Tops 09 machine. A good night for him so far. Still early on as we're heading into lap number 20 for the evening in the Charlotte World 200 here with the All-American Cup Series. As we look through the field here, Christian Steve Miles in the 11th spot right now. We know he's got speed, put down the fastest lap of the session earlier. Let's see if we can keep it going.
Definitely looking like he could, but however, not the fastest car on the track right now. Last lap faster than Curtis White. And now James Lowe.
Well, you know what, Christian,
jumping all
I'm
over the
seeing
place.
Nick going here in the 31 car. I swear I didn't see him earlier. I looked up and down that list 4 times, but he is out here. I honestly was debating picking him. That's why I was looking for him. But right now he is running in the 23rd position. I'm not sure if he hit or what the deal is. But the 77 just blew by him like he was sitting still.
Well, you know, I think the 77 has fresh tires too.
We got in the chat, we have Greg going. We got Greg going. It's Nick's dad. Hey, Greg, you need to go in there and find Nick. Give him some tips because he's looking like junk here at Charlotte.
You know, he's one of the ones with a shot at the points, but, you know, not really. Definitely would need a win here tonight, and probably next week too, to be able to lock himself into the championship. But 58 points behind the leader as Nick is going.
Jump up front here. My pick to win. I picked him when he started in 16th, folks. I have faith in my picks. Justin Thompson right now, he's up to 6th. He started in 18th, actually. So he has gained 12 positions in this race as he's trying to get to the top 5.
You know, Justin Thompson, he won Texas, which is similar to this track, I'd say. Not exactly the same.
Pretty close. Right in front of him, walking out about 11. Matthew Weeks, we know he's fast every week. Earlier in the season, we had a little bit of a scenario where he intentionally wrecked a guy who actually was Justin Thompson, and he got suspended for a race.
We have a turning of events. Stephen Miles has dropped out of the session, just rejoined due to connection issues.
Uh-oh.
Stephen Miles, that is, he was second place in points. It's not how he's going to beat Hiller.
Yeah, that's rough for him. He's going to fall multiple laps down then, I assume. So we're going to stay tuned, see what happens with Stephen Miles. But bad news for Miles is James Lowe in that 07 car. Pretty good in the 2nd spot with Chris Borrell. Right behind him in 3rd is Borrell making a move to the bottom.
Going to get blocked, though. He's going to go slide up to the high side. 07 probably going to slide up right in front of him. He does.
It's a hornet's nest right here. We got 3 of the fastest cars bunched up side by side. The 3, the 11, and the 40, all 3 of them are going to be big. Let's hop on board here with the 40 Economy with France. Christian, what are you seeing out of the 40s from those?
Well, you see the cluster in front of him that he's a part of. Weeks right there in the FedEx car. He's just trying to make his way through, but you know, there's really not much real estate on this track. Oh, he's gonna bump where is that in front of him? The 07.
Christian, I think he was going to take him 3 wide in the middle there, and the 07 wanted nothing of it, and I don't blame him. That would have been pretty sketchy out of the trial.
So I'm going to this page, Charlotte Motorsports staff, turn the lights on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on.
This is ridiculous.
It's darker.
I can't see anything.
I don't think they paid the bill here at Charlotte Motor Speedway back in 2008.
It is pitch black out here, folks. In these cars, it looks like they have headlights, but Christian, those aren't real.
They are just stickers because the track is always lit, except for right now.
Yeah, getting pretty dark here, so we're going to see who takes advantage of that. They need to turn their brightness up on their screen if these guys continue to battle. Justin Thompson in the 4th position. Look out!
Oh, man, that was the 06. Bout goes around. Chris Worrell saves it, though. Now dropping back.
Quite a save there. I don't know how he kept it rolling.
Getting past like he's sitting still right now.
Let's rewind it real. We're still green, by the way, folks, but I just want to see what happened. I kind of missed it. I was looking at my other screen. So here it is. Let's go over That's not what we want. 1 second, folks. There we go. We'll go to the Hutchinson Motorsports TV chopper cam. So side by side, the 06 is my pick to win the 3. Let's see what happens. Oh, the 3 just junks him. Let's get out of the way. He says, Blake, pick me. I'm going to the front. What a save. Well, he's keeping this thing going. That's just a big deal. You know, he lost a lot of spots. It looks like it's bad, but he kept himself in this thing. He's going to be able to pit later, get those tires fixed up, maybe have some time.
Uh-oh. We'll say that the 06 did tell Thompson over the radio that he couldn't have got much higher there. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's the same spot.
Oh, no.
Is that your points leader? Oh, no, it wasn't.
No, that's
okay.
Brett's his teammate, Brandon. I was thinking that, too, as that car went around. I was thinking we had something brewing there, but no, ladies and gentlemen, that was his teammate, Brandon Borowski.
Yeah, this is, Christian, this is definitely a spot to watch. That's like the 3rd consecutive lap we saw an incident almost happen there coming out of the tri-oval. So we'll have to keep that in mind here. Out of the tri-oval, these guys getting runs, not really knowing what to do with them here. 66 was up high. Let's see what happens. Yeah, just kind of gets him back.
Yeah, lifts his car up. Kind of collects a few people there. Unfortunate turn of events. Caution is out.
Now's the time to pit for those guys that didn't pit the last time. Come down, get the fresh tires. But obviously, though, if you're in that first group that pit, you can't come down pit road. If you burn your 2nd set of tires here, you may as well tow it, call it a night.
Well, let's keep an eye on my pick to run at Christian Angel. He stays out, like you just said he should.
It's like I'm seeing just 2 of them stay out. So we're going to take a short break, though, folks. Play some patented Hutchinson Motorsports TV tunes. Kick back, relax, enjoy the tunes. Click the like button, subscribe to the page, and in the description, you'll see our Discord. Check us out on Discord. Well, some other things. We'll see you in a moment here. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. We'll be back. We are back here at Charlotte, here with the World 200. We are about to drop the hammer and go green. Christian, your front row, the 2 guys on the old tires. That is Mark Whitley and Christian Angel as they're into the restart zone. Green flag in the air at Charlotte. Let's see if these older tires can hold up.
Major checkup in the back. I think everybody sorts it out. That was almost rough.
We're going to see how long, you know, these guys, they are on old tires, just older, so they're definitely going to have a lack of speed compared to these guys on the fresh tires. And Matthew Weeks has already made quick work out of Christian Angel.
Quick work out of Angel, like you said, heading his way up to Whitley. You know, Definitely on an alternate strategy, to say the least.
I think it was France hard on the wall there coming out of turn 4, but yeah, you know, I just don't really like the move those two made. I believe they are teammates, both in those Harpoon design cars, but I just wasn't a fan of that move because now they're just going to be chasing their own tail all night long.
Was calling their friends peeking to the bottom of 3 wide, decides not to. 09 Ken Robnett stuffs it into that corner, makes it stick right there in front of LaFrance. Trying to get around that 77 car. Matthew Weeks has made it around, kind of driving away. Robnett trying to make a quick pass and does on the bottom
and you're
side
seeing
there.
Whitley starting to drop a little bit on those older tires, and again, you're just going to see him keep dropping back, and I don't really know how they're going to get back on an even playing field. Their best bet really is probably to get a kind of long green flag run. Yellow comes out and everybody hits, but then at that point they'll still be in the back, but due to these old tires, but maybe they'll have some time then to cycle back up in the front. They got some work to do.
Maybe that, you know, Matthew Weeks pulling away, but Whitley has won here before, so maybe he knows something about the strategy. Won this race before.
You know, I mean, I think that would have been a great strategy if they were in the back, had to make up some ground, but they were both running top 5, I believe. I don't know about Whitley. I know Angel was running top 3 when he came down pit road. But we're watching him duke it out here. Ken Robnett sitting in second. He was your leader before that caution. Trying to get that race lead back as Matthew Weeks is out front. Every week, I swear, Matthew Weeks is not a race. He might be a lot. Denny Hamlin today.
Denny Hamlin kind of had an unlucky stretch here lately, so maybe that's not going to be Weeks here tonight.
100%. We got a battle brewing here. How about that 63 car, Curtis White? Been a pretty good night for him with the 24 Dayton Taylor.
So right there, you got to kind of clutch the cars. 3 wide a couple times.
And in the chat, we got Sports talking about some stuff, trying to catch up on it. We appreciate everybody tuning in, though, folks. You got some time, click that like button, subscribe to the page. We've got, I'm counting, 22 watching, 8 likes. Matt's not mathing there, but hey, it's pretty close. We got about half of you guys clicking that like button. So let's get the other half. Like and subscribe right now. That's the world's #1 streaming service, the only place you're going to see all American Cup Series action. Wide battle here, Christian.
Look at that. It's going to end well for the drivers. Looks like Whitley just yields to that 3 wide. Probably the best. Nick Goins going to try to work his way around them too.
Yeah, you're going to keep seeing that 77 again on those older tires. Mark Whitley going to try to claw their way back here, but they got some work to do. They're not on the right strategy at the moment. The cautions can change everything. Still about 95 or so laps left to go. How about Casey Carrington, though, Christian? Boy, he's had a stretch of bad luck here lately with that 9 of Carrington running in the 6th position here at Charlotte. Hopefully, he can keep this thing running and get a good finish tonight.
Definitely so. Could turn this season around. Long shot for the championship race, but, you know, could still finish strong, I'd say. He's got to work on finishing it. You know, nothing's really been his fault, but a couple DNFs in a row for him.
Absolutely. And the Santiago Chilean throwing a block there on the 17, trying to keep him back right now. Montenegro running in the 8th position here.
Strong performance here tonight from him, for sure.
Dropping back, we got Greg's son, Nick, going in the 11th position, trying to work through the field. He was struggling earlier. You know, during that caution, Christian, when we were on break, Nick actually radioed up here to the booth. He asked me a few questions. I was willing to help him out. I gave him some pointers and some tips, and it looks like he's using those tips to get back up towards the front of the division.
Singular wireless, you know, he never had signal with Euro and Singular wireless. He seems to have signal here tonight as he's having a good performance so far.
Yeah, he's trying to get to the top 10, 11th right now. But we jump back up front. Matthew Weeks still your race leader, but Ken Robnett, he's having a great night so far in that second spot with Connor LaFrance right there behind him in third.
Keep talking about him, but if we look back at Mark Whitley running in now the 18th position, he has a cluster of cars. He's constantly having to, you know, honestly yield his position a lot. But the 22 giving him pressure behind him, the 38 too.
Yeah, it's just a tough thing, you know, when you're on those older tires. Not only are you losing the track position, you're just putting yourself in bad spots. Look, he's about to be put 3 wide here, and it's just a high likelihood to wreck doing that. Willie's going to try to get this thing together here. Hopefully this alternate strategy will work out for him here as we're on lap number 46. This back.
Christopher Heller making it 3 wide there on the bottom side. He doesn't need to be taking risks as a points leader there. Manages to make it work for him. Back 2 wide race, and now he's got to find a way around that 77 himself.
Yeah, Christopher Heller, you know, one thing I know about him, you know, I don't think he really cares about the points championship. I mean, I'm sure he wants to win it, but he's out here to try to win this race every week. He's not out here points racing.
He sure does a good job at it.
Yeah, but he might be trying to win the race, but it's not working out for him. He does not have a
jump!
very good car.
We have cars wrecking. Oh!
7 involved again. I tell you what, I'll watch the replay before I make a decision, but I'm thinking the 7 had something to do with that, and that would be the second car of the night he's junked. Let's see. Well, here it is, Dustin Coggin in that 47 car. We know him well. He's got the 7 behind him. They're on these straightaways. 47 into the waltz. It looked like 7 didn't really give him a lot of room, but looks like a little bit of net work.
7 goes back on the track. Does he get hit? Oh, close. But no, he's...
Oh, yes, he does!
Oh, he does.
Oh, that was a late one. Who is the ARCA brake culprit here? Is that the 06, Christian?
Let's see.
Let's play this here live. Not live, replay. Bam! 66.
Oh, 66 smokes him.
All right, so let's watch this one more time. Let's stay right here. So look how long and delayed. This is live speed. We're not slowing this down. The 7 gets in the 47. They're junk. We know that. So just comes back up the track. All right, he's like, okay, we're good to go. Everybody missed me. Okay, I'm going to get rolling here. I'm going to get this thing. Bam!
Wham!
66 says, get out of the way, loser. You're now you're junk.
The 69 Joel car, who doesn't have a drink in there. He just has his car lined up with nicotine. He's involved too, as he's gonna have to take a big old puff. His
that
nerves
was
are
Jacob
shook.
Thornton here in the 66. Christian, let's hop on board. See what he saw out of his front windshield here with the 66 of Jacob Thornton. The Aurora, Colorado native coming out of the corner. So you see him wrecking right there. He's got a full straightaway. He's still floored. Still floored. He lifts. He doesn't hit the brake though. He's rolling. He sees him right there. He's looking right at him. Wham!
He was all gas, no brakes with it. You know what I mean?
Christian, that was intentional.
It had to be. Absolutely. He turned into him.
I don't know what we just witnessed, folks. We saw, I guess, some payback from early on in the season. The 66, Jacob Thornton, is junk here tonight.
Oh, man, you know, leave it to the ARCA brake. It's inevitable. Somebody's going to do it every single week. Zizzo in the chat says it right. Junk.
All right, Christian, the alternate strategies continue here. I believe most of the field stayed out, but I think our 2 in the back here, Christian Angel, decided to come down pit road, and Mark Whitley as well. So they got some fresh tires. So they're going to just be playing this leapfrog game all night long, and hopefully the cautions end up at the right time for them. It's basically a coin flip.
It's going to be interesting. You know, lap 50 here. Approaching halfway here soon.
Absolutely, and your front row is going to be the 24 of Dayton on the, or I'm sorry, Taylor on the bottom, and the 09 of Robnet on the top here. As the pace car is going to head in, and Christian, these fans have not sat down a single time. Well, that's not going to change. Charlotte Motor Speedway, on your feet, off your seats. Lap number 50, World 200. Green flag in the air as the 09 of Robnet shoots off like a rocket ship.
He gets a impressive start. 24 behind him with De La France. They are battling them out.
Yeah, we jump around here. How about a good start to the night for Lucas Strayer? Here's Nick going into the top 10 now, up to 8.
Right now.
Yeah, the 06 of Worrell going to the outside, trying to get around the Santiago Chilean Mauricio Montenegro in that number 12 discount tire. Boy, I tell you what, discount tire must be a big deal down in Chile, don't you think, Christian?
Speed sponsors his car every week.
You know, Christian, this is a great camera, but when they're on that other straightaway over there, it just randomly decides it's going to go behind the building. It just makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. This camera pack, didn't show up.
We're about to see it here on this back straightaway. Beautiful camera angles. We're watching Mauricio Montenegro, this next camera angle right here. We got a camera guy behind the sun. Well, we jump back up front. Case Carrington currently sitting in the 5th position here. That number 9 machine, the synthetic Pennzoil machine, changing up the paint a little bit this week.
So I'm watching the battle right behind him, though. Side by side, 26 and the 17, the 3 and the 31. You could throw a blanket over this car as they're going to make it 3 wide. Nick going on the bottom side, 26 in the middle, and 3 on the outside. Oh,
yeah,
man.
This is up wrong here. This could be sketchy, but they're giving each other some room as the 06 slaps the wall a little bit of a side slapper, and going makes the pass.
Honestly, some impressive racing out of this group right here. Making that 3 wide work all the way around the track. Multiple people involved in that high line.
Charlotte Motor Speedway always brings out good racing. It's multi-group, so people can actually pass, and they're not fighting for one lane, so it really makes a big difference, especially in these cars, because these cars are hard to stop. The brakes don't work very well on them.
No, you let off the gas and they just keep rolling, unlike any other race car on the sim, I'd say.
It's definitely different. If you haven't ever ran these new Gen 4 cars, give them a try. They're definitely unique. A lot of people love them. Some don't, but most do. So we're going to hop on board here with the 40, Connor LaFrance. We're in the in-car for you. Connor LaFrance out of Burlington, Vermont. He is cool, calm, and collected. He wants to win on Hutchinson Motorsports TV.
You can almost smell the beer from the camera. All that Coors Light in this car. He's blasting Kiss as he's racing.
He is hammered out here. Connor LaFrance trying to park that thing in victory lane as he's sitting in the 2nd spot. So we drop back a little bit. Let's see who else. We haven't talked much about him, but how about Mike Husband here? Sitting in the 18th spot. What do you know about Mike Husband?
I know he's actually making his return. Had a couple weeks away. He had an illness that kept him out of action, but he has overcame it. He is back out here tonight. 2 races to go in the series, racing at Charlotte.
Christian, on the dash, did you notice up in the sky? I just saw the Harpoon Design blimp. That thing running pretty low down by the track.
Sure is, but we don't care about aviation regulations here.
Well, I mean, we do for lawsuit purposes, we do, but Brantley Roden up in the sky, he certainly doesn't. So any of your lawsuits need to be directed to Harpoon Design. Brantley Roden, he's flying the blimp. He is way too low right now. Right there he is.
Yep, definitely not our concern. If he gets written up, that's definitely on him.
That's all we use. So we're going to go up to our eyes in the sky, Brantley Roden. I think he's getting pulled over right now, Christian. There's a police chopper right behind him.
He's not pulling over. He just keeps circling the track. The police chopper yelling at him to pull over. He's not listening, not yielding. They're telling him to land it now. They are not.
Well, Christian, we just lost feed to the Harpoon Design blimp. We no longer have feed. I don't know what that means. We will keep you updated.
Oh, man.
Up front here, Ken Robnett, still your race leader, trying to hold off Connor LaFrance in second. Casey Carrington up to third. Right behind him, my big twin, Justin Thompson, starting in the 18th spot. He's worked up into the top 5, but Nick going right behind him. I tell you what, he has figured something out. I was dogging him earlier for being slow. Well, he's looking good here. He's one of the fastest cars on the track right now.
Greg going in the chat, talking about who's in the top 10. No, he's in the top 5 there, Greg. Enjoy watching your kid race. He's doing a good old job here tonight.
Yeah, Greg, good thing I gave him those pointers earlier under break, huh? He gave me a call, and I said, listen up, Nick. Greg's watching. We got to do better, bud. He has done it. He is up to the top 5. So we look around here. Let's see what else is going on through the field. We got Zach Rogers in that 4 car. Solid night for him so far. Currently in the 15th position as he started out.
Pretty wide battle here. Oh my, is it gonna work? It makes me bite my nails every time.
We know Whitley has those fresher tires, Christian. You know, he's playing this alternate strategy, working through the field. You know, it feels good right now, but just remember that next caution that comes out, he's going to be stuck out there while everybody else gets tires. So we're going to see how this plays out. It's all about when the yellows come out, because we know they're going to happen.
You know, someone who's always right behind the cluster seems to be Christopher Heller in that 16 car. Right there, behind where we've been watching again. He needs to get himself into some cleaner racing because he can't afford any misfortune. You know, said he don't care about points, but I'm sure in the back of his mind he's thinking about it.
Mark Whitley is flying right now with those fresh tires. Let's see how the 75 is doing.
Angel, he's running into 6th position.
Wow. He got really gone through the field. Those fresh tires are hot right now. Christian Angel trying to break back into the top 5 from the back on this restart.
You know, we're only a few laps away from halfway, so you know, so far we're getting a decent green flag run. We'll see if this lasts.
Now, Christian, it is time. I think for the first time we've done. I don't know. Let's go through the field here. Let's see if I got this graphics. Yes, I do. Here it is. Time for the Harpoon Design. Peep the paints. Christian, let's talk about some of these paints through the field. Which ones do you want to call out?
We're gonna start off with Christian Angels.
What do you see?
I see Harpoon Design on board. He did what everyone should do. He went to harpoondesign.com, placed his order for that paint, which starts at $25.
Boy, what a great deal. I don't know how he got that done for that cheap. That's incredible. You know, he might have even got some of the extra add-ons to make it look even nicer, but maybe it was a base paint. You never know. And then we drop back here to the 77, another harpoondesign.com paint job. We got the Jawa.GG77 machine, Mark Whitley, and he is working through the field, getting around that 31 or
I'm looking through the field.
Are you seeing anybody that needs to see Brantley over at Harpoon Design? That's my next one.
Running back in the 34th position. Let's take a look at that car.
Oh my. He really needs
He's
to
an
see
open wheel
Brantley.
modified.
Brantley, park the blimp. You need to go down to the 92's paint. You need to get to work today because this car is ugly, it's junk, and it looks like a modified.
You know, speaking of modified, while we're on the topic, I'm going to go while we're live here, harpoondesign.com. I'm going to click on paint scheme request because that's where you do it. You know, from dirt late models to UMP modifieds, all the way to, of course, the Legacy, NASCAR, Truck, Xfinity, Cup, even the 87s, anything you might need in the oval racing side of things, harpoondesign.com has you covered.
Absolutely. So head on over there, harpoondesign.com. No S, harpoondesign.com.
Oh.
Go over there. request a paint job. He'll get you.
We have word. We have word from the blimp. Brantley cannot get down and help out that driver that needs a paint right now. He's still running from the cop chopper in the blimp. They are flying over Charlotte, downtown Charlotte right now in a high-speed chase in the blimp, in the skies.
I don't know what he's thinking. You're not going to get away in a blimp. They're going to see you. Even if somehow you do get away, I mean, you're in a big blimp. You're going to be seen by somebody.
They are literally flying over downtown Charlotte right now. It's on the world news.
And hey, Christian, it is literally nighttime, and these lights I don't think are on.
You know, it's honestly got me concerned. And this honestly gives me flashbacks to when I was running the Donut Box Cup series. We were racing at Dover, right? And Dover does not have lights. We quickly realized that the session was gonna go into the night. We had to call it early, and I'm surely hoping that's not the case here. But it is 7:34 in the session, so it's getting dark fast.
Looks like we got some pit stops happening here. Some of our front runners, Nick Gowen. Oh, we've got a crash. We're good. We're still green. He just stopped on the apron. So we got some pit cycle starting. Nick Gowen down pit road, Justin Thompson, Curtis White. So those three were all in the top 5 here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brantley's about to jump out of the blimp. He's about to jump out of the blimp right now.
We got a wreck here. Maurice apparently wrecked. Let's see what happened.
Oh, man.
Wow, we didn't even get a caution on that.
Yeah, we had
not. Wow, we're still green zone. Which is good news, though, because Justin Thompson and Gowen just came down pit road, and they would be a lap down, so they do not want to see a caution. They got the fresh tires on. You're going to start seeing them run through the field here as this pit cycle continues. Christian, if you were out here, would you want to short stop this pit cycle, or do you try to stretch this thing out, hope for a yellow?
You know, in a league that is known for the yellow to come, I probably would bank on the yellow. But, however, every time that I do that in iRacing, it tends to bite me. So, I got some big names coming in. This time, pit road's going to be very busy.
I'll tell you what, and I don't know. I honestly can't even see the track right now, Christian. It is pitch black. Somebody turn the damn lights on.
I'm kind of interested if they're ever going to turn on. I mean, I can't leave the session, but let's see.
You know, Christian, I know for sure there's not a way to not have the lights on when they have them. I've tried before with some sessions. So they're eventually going to come on, I'm certain, unless there's a bug or something. But
that's what happened at Dover, Blake. When I made the session, I knew that Dover didn't have lights, and I sent the session up. But the time changed on me due to an update. There wasn't an update this time, but it will let you make that session.
We'll see if they ever turn on. We might just finish this thing under sunset here with no lights. You know, we're saving some money, though, at least. You know, we've saved at least $100 on energy costs. Go Christian Angel, still your race leader. Second place, Matthew Weeks right now. Out of Nicholasville, Kentucky, third place. How about Ryan Kelly? Haven't heard much from him, but that's 67 in the Bojangles 67 machine. Feeling good about his chances here tonight. He is rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have somebody investigating the lighting situation. I feel like they should be on by now.
I don't know. I feel like iRacing does this all the time. They never turn the lights on in time. But nonetheless, though, out front here, Christian Angel continues to lead. We know he pit on that last caution, so let's pull up our Hutchinson Motorsports TV pit strategy board. 29 laps on those tires right now. We know it's about a 40-lap fuel run, so he's got about 10 laps left remaining at least if he wants to stretch it all the way to the end. Whitley in the 77 here. currently running the 4th position on that alternate strategy. It's paying off for him right now at the moment. But just remember, though, folks, you know, these guys started coming down pit road about 5+ laps ago. Every lap around, they're going to be quite a bit faster than these guys on the old tires. Once this pit cycle cycles through, we'll see how this goes down.
It's definitely going to be an interesting race in the long run. Stay green.
Christian Angel losing a few spots there, down to 3rd. Not sure what happened. I'm looking at lap times here, Christian. I'm seeing a 1.5 of fall off. Their best lap to their last lap.
Staying out. You kind of get some fresher tires towards the end, but you got to make sure you don't hurt yourself too bad before you take that last step.
But, you know, they kind of put themselves in a place where they have to stay out. You know, burning that set of tires early on. They need to make them last as long as they can here. They've already used 2. If they come down pit road, they're going to be using their 3rd, and they'll have 1 set of tires. And all of those guys that just pit, they have just used their 2nd set. So, like I said, they're kind of a set down on everybody. So they're really kind of forced to stay out here, probably through the whole fuel run, honestly. But we got a battle for the race lead here. The 11, Matthew Weeks out front for now. Ryan Kelly there, haven't heard much from him this season. I don't know if he's a replacement driver or if, I don't know what's going on. I haven't even seen him all year, honestly. But Kelly in the Bojangles 67 machine gonna get to the back bumper of Matthew Weeks in that 11 car in the battle for the lead here on lap number 83. We are here at Charlotte for the World 200 with the All-American Cup Series, folks. We're gonna go to a quick green flag break, but don't you worry, you're not gonna miss a lap. We're going Hutchinson Motorsports TV side by side, the best side by side in the business. We'll be back. Click that like button, subscribe to the page while we're gone. and gentlemen, we are back here at Charlotte, still clean and green as the pit cycle continues right now. Lilith Peters out in the fourth position. And looks like they're coming down pit road right now. I don't know. They went all the way to the bottom, so I'm guessing. Let's pull up the pit strategy board. Here it is. Yep, they're basically out of fuel. Look at that. 41 laps out there. Here comes Lilith Peters right on cue down pit road with a few others. So Matthew Weeks.
No! She spun it out. Oh, man.
Well done, Lilith. Let's rewind this. We're still green, by the way. Let's see what happened here. Already down pit road. I don't know. That's kind of a weird spot to spin out, but stuff happens.
Gives the wall like left out. She should be okay. Matthew Weeks, though.
He's down pit
trying to go
road.
back to back at Charlotte.
On pit road this time. You're probably going to see Mark Whitley. You're probably going to see all these guys out front. They're on 42 laps of tires. This next time around, my guess is you're going to see Whitley head down, as well as Angel, Delph, Weeks. Well, Weeks is down pit road right now. So, yeah, we're basically about out of guys left out there that haven't pit. Last time they pit, this last crew went down pit road on the previous car.
Wait, do we have an update on the blimp police chase situation?
Yeah, you know, I received a report over the radio. I was listening to the police scanner. I believe Brantley Roden, he was arrested. He has been released. Christian, do you have any further info on that story?
You know, I'm listening. I'm listening to the news feed right now. Apparently, he was arrested but released because the blimp fit the profile of another blimp in the area, but wasn't the actual Harpoon design blimp. So Brantley's released. He's back over the track right now, flying the blimp. He still hasn't changed his altitude that's caused this whole situation. But look at this shot. He's back up there, flying this blimp around. You know, he had the fit bell, but that's okay. But he needs people to buy paint schemes, though.
Brantley up in the blimp there. Give us a shot of Christian Angel, your driver in that 75. Where is he at, Brantley? There he is, turning the camera. Wow, Brantley, that was quick. Brantley Roden tuned in here. Christian Angel in the 24th position. Just went down pit road. He's got the fresh tires. We're going to see how this pit cycle works out, Christian. He's going to start gaining some serious ground now.
Definitely so. That's going to be the car to watch. My pick to win it.
Into
he
the
taps
wall.
the wall there.
Yeah,
don't worry about it. He'll be all right.
He's watching the stream. I tell you what, he's in his car. He's got his tablet hooked up. He listened in. He heard his name mentioned. Got a little iffy there. Got into the wall.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
And we jump back out front. Ken Robnett, he's led more laps this race than I think he has all season combined. What a great night for that 09 of Robnett. See if he can get it done. But Connor LaFrance is in second right now as that lap car, the 15 with the fresher tires, getting around it.
40 laps to go.
No, Christian, I'm doing the math in my head. You know, I've been dogging that strategy all night long. I think they're on the winning strategy because these guys that pit before them, they still have to come down pit road. The guys that just pit, they're good the rest of the way.
Like I said, you know, Whitley has won this before, so I had a feeling he knew the strategy to play, and you know, he's out there playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, and it's showing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he must have known this thing was going to stay green for like 100 laps, but it's working out for him. He got a couple down pit road. That's Ken Robnett, Casey Carrington as well.
Definitely so. If we stay green, the rest of this race is going to be surely an interesting battle up front.
You know, and right now it's time to make decisions. You know, you can come down pit road right now and go on fuel, or you stay out there, you wait for the caution and get fresh tires. Kind of a tough call. Well, you know, these guys actually still have 2 sets of tires. So they actually, you know, if I'm out front, if I'm Connor LaFrance, he's still got 2 sets of tires. I'd probably just head down pit road right now and get the fresh tires. And you still have that spare set. Justin Thompson was my pick to win. You know, it's interesting. We're kind of seeing a strategy call here at Charlotte. You don't see that too much. kind of getting a Pocono-style strategy race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Minus all those wrecks and shitty racing that Pocono continuously puts out every year on NASCAR. I wish they would bulldoze that track.
I like Pocono, Blake.
It is pretty boring. If it wasn't a triangle, nobody would like it.
Next, you're going to be joining Cal Petty in his opinion that he should fill Darlington up with water and make it a bass fishing pond.
Well, you know, Darlington, you know, to broadcast Darlington, I'd agree with him. But I don't know, as a racetrack, it's a pretty good track. But I will say Pocono absolutely sucks. And I know our winner last week would not appreciate that. That's his home track. Who was that who won? Oh, it was Kyle Ethier. He's not out here this week. Kyle, your hometown track sucks. Pocono is a dump.
Man, the opinionated Blake here tonight.
Meanwhile, Anthony Calantoni here running in the 7th position. Probably on a pit strategy. I don't know. I've never even heard of this guy, Christian.
No, but he has it right. Subscribe to Hutchins Motorsports TV.
Yeah, well said, Anthony. I didn't realize you had that in your bio. That's great. He must have typed that himself, Christian. Caution is out. That changes everything here.
Wrecking into one I hear on the radio. Oh, no.
Steve Melnick is just... What is going on? He just went in there himself, I think. Okay, no, he got a little bit of help. Casey Carrington might have junked him. Let's go up to the Harpoon Design blimp here, see if Brantley caught what happened. Here it is. There's a 9, has the fresh tires, just pit. Comes off the corner. Well, I don't even know if he got it. Does Carrington get into him, or does he just get loose? No, he just gets loose. Carrington didn't touch him. Almost saved it. Oh, no! Oh, my God. What is going on? Christian, he tried to whiskey throttle that thing. Oh, my goodness. Wham!
Oh, is that Justin Thompson?
No.
No, Justin Ray in the 38.
Well, here's the 38. He's just minding his own business, you know. Let's get a better view. We're under caution, by the way, folks. So give me a moment. Justin Ray, let's hop on board, see what he's saying. Let's rewind it before he even goes off the track. All right.
You know,
Justin Ray coming out of the corner here. He sees a guy down the grass. He's like, all right, we're good to go. He's down there. I'm up here. No chance he touches me. We're rolling. We're good. Uh-oh.
Oh, dude, that's just horrible for Justin Ray. A jump scare.
A junk scare. The 38 of Justin Ray. You're done. And that car is junk. Very sharp.
I have a developing story to share. Right as that caution flew, Ken Robnett says that he has an early flight to catch. He just straight up left the session.
Wow. He had a real chance to win this race. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Christian, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I don't care how early that flight is. I mean, you can sleep on the plane. I would have stayed up. We only got like 30 laps left.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's very surprising. And he literally he didn't even give anyone any time to respond. He's like, yep, I got an early flight. Bye. And doop, gone.
Wow. Somebody must really enjoy his sleep. Ken Robnett needs his beauty sleep tonight. He's heading out. He's done. So let's see how the strategy plays out here. Now Christian, let's see, Heller still out there. Whitley still out there. Are they out of tires? I don't think they are.
I really don't have a way on my end to see how many times they pit.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's out of tires. No, he's not. No, Whitley could have came down pit road. I think he made it. I think Whitley should have came down pit road, got the fresh tires. I mean, I think he's banking on a late caution because he's going to be slower out there on those older tires.
We're going to have some alternate strategies playing in. Someone's going to be restart. This will not be our last caution, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, looking at the pit strategy board there, Kelly out front, he is out of tires. He has pit 4 times, so he's done. He's basically made his own bed. And then you got Whitley, still has a set of tires, as well as Weeks, Heller. McConley's out of tires as well, but the pace car is in, folks. We're going to drop the hammer, go green. 30 laps remain. Green flag in the air. World 200 with the All-American Cup Series.
We are back green.
Connor Gerard in the chat said it was the 5th caution. Thanks for pointing that out, Connor. You are the GOAT. I tell you what, nobody watches more HMS TV than Connor Gerard, as these guys are battling for the crown jewel victory here tonight with the World 200 on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Kelly, the rookie out there.
Christian Angel is destroyed.
Christian, I said it earlier, having those old tires kind of puts you in some bad spots sometimes.
Oh no! Justin Thompson might have spun him there.
I don't know. Let's see. Thompson, I kind of felt like he held his lane up top. Let's go to the chopper cam, get a better view here. Here it is. Thompson up top. Oh yeah, he gets loose. You can see Thompson gets loose coming out of the corner. Here it is. You see that 3 car? Gets loose right there. Bam, comes down his right. Just staying here in case there was a late ARCA break. You never know with these guys.
You never know. Oh, man. My pick to win it is junk.
Well, the 3 of Thompson, my pick to win. He's not junk, but he's got damage, and my guess is he's probably going down pit road. Well,
Brantley in the blimp.
Go ahead.
Brantley in the blimp saying that wasn't Angel's fault. Yep, you got that one right. You had the best seat in the house. You saw it first. Oh, man.
And Ryan Kelly out front, you know, he has he's made his own bed. He's got what he's got on the car. No sets of tires remain for him, but we know Mark Whitley does have that set of tires, and he's still going to hang on to it, I think. Now, Christian, are you sure we had 4 spare sets of tires, right?
That's what our notes say.
All right, well, I mean, if that's the case, you know, I'm going to pull it up one more time to confirm, but I see, so his first stop there after 16 laps, then you have your second stop. Your third stop. That's all he's had. So he's had 3 stops. He's 3 sets of tires. He should still have a set here. So I guess he's counting on maybe a late caution or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lights are on here at Charlotte. We're going into the nighttime.
Boy, it must be midnight if they decided to turn the lights on.
Session time, 8:19.
It's about time. You know, in real life, they turn the lights on about 2 hours before it gets dark, I feel like. But we're checking out the chat. Kajucat Motorsports beginning to consider rebranding Kajucat to Rec Magnet Motorsports. Well said. Those Kajucat Motorsports cars are junk. You got some work to do in the shop this weekend. But folks, be sure to click the like button on the video here. Subscribe to the page. We've got about 25 laps remaining for the Charlotte World 200 here with the All-American Cup Series. You are watching Hutchinson Motorsports TV, the world's #1 streaming service. We've got 26 fans watching right now. Still only 8 likes. That doesn't add up, folks. So be sure to log in real quick. In the top right of your screen, you should be able to log in, click that like button, and more importantly, subscribe. And drop a comment.
If you're driving and watching, just come over and like the video too. Just don't worry about the cars around you. You have a job to do. Like this video.
Yeah, you know, if you wreck other cars, it's no big deal.
Matter of fact, it's in the rule book. If you wreck another car because you are liking the video on Hutchinson Motorsports TV, you get a pass.
But the field is set. Front row going to be Kelly on the outside, Whitley on the inside, green flag in the air once again.
That restart, it's kind of horrible from the field. You could have put greyhounds in between a lot of the cars.
Yeah, a lot of open space there, but hey, everybody's being cautious. They don't want to wreck the cars.
Steve Ritter, what a good save right there. Restart.
James Lowe Watching this side-by-side battle in front of him as the 84 gets a little loose. Lowe sitting in the 9th position here. Watching the battle between LaFrance and Calantoni.
5 laps to go. It's go time. If you ain't in the front, it's time to get there.
Car getting loose there on the corner.
Loose as the grandma's wig on a sunny, or excuse me, a windy day.
100% is that 84. Calantoni out of nowhere just putting together a good night. Still in the top 10. Well, they're getting racing.
16 and 06 with contact. Contact with the 42. The 06 is getting into everybody.
Connor LaFrance throwing some aggressive moves. It is go time for him with 23 laps left to go. He wants a shot to win this race. Nick Gowen, battling with Weeks there for the 3rd position. Going to get around them temporarily. LaFrance coming in behind them too to take advantage of that. Side by side here in a battle for the 4th position. Gowen and Weeks. Or 3rd, sorry about that. Side by side here into turns 1 and 2, I believe, as Kelly continues to lead this race impressively on the, they're not old tires, but they're not new tires either. Weeks gonna go down, making it 3 wide for 2nd place. Is this gonna work? He kind of backs out a little bit. No, he's gonna go in. He doesn't know what he wants to do there. Nick Gowen, though, is he gonna make it around? No, he's still gonna be side by side for 2nd. The 77 is not going anywhere. Boy, these guys aren't giving an inch right now. They know they're running out of time. They need to get up front ASAP as the 40 of LaFrance is pushing them 3 wide there in the middle. 24 going to get in contact with the wall. Lets out of it. Thankfully, he was 3 wide there. That could have ended horribly. Into the wall again as Calantoni was putting together a great night. Smoked the wall about 4 times that lap. He's going to try to get this thing going. Side by side for the race lead. Nick Gowen battling Ryan Kelly, the 67 car. Gonna go into this turn side by side on the bottom side. Nick Gowen, is he gonna be able to get it on corner exit? Looks like he can. Does he slide up? Slide job! New race leader Nick Gowen out front. We pull up the pit strategy board. I figured that was coming because Kelly has 23 laps on his tires. Gowen has 11. So Kelly trying to hold on, but those tires are starting to fade, and we might start seeing them drop as we still got 20 laps remaining here at Charlotte. Craig in the chat, let's hear about your boy out there leading this race. How do you feel, Greg? Meanwhile, Mr. Burrell is tearing the wall down. He's doing a Ross Chastain corner there. That might have been illegal. Definitely so. Connor LaFrance gets a little bit of a side slap in there. We're gonna go 3 wide for 2nd. Makes it work. Oh my. We got a race for 2nd place. 06 of Worrell out of Suffolk, Virginia. From Kaju Cat Motorsports, I believe. That 06 is wheeling that thing. Right now sitting in 3rd, still trying to get to that 2nd spot. Got a junk car on the lead. You know, this is exactly what Gowen wants to see up there leading this race. He wants to see them battle hard for 2nd place. He's going to drive off into the Charlotte sunset. He wants to win this race in 19 laps to go. Well, the sun never sets in Charlotte, apparently, Christian. Nope. It is literally 8:30, and the sun is still out here in Charlotte Motor Speedway. Hey, we'll turn the damn lights off. I don't think we need them. I don't think I've ever been to Charlotte, but apparently the sun sets around midnight or so. So that's good to know next time I go out that way. I can assure you that it's not the case. But they're still side by side in this battle for 2nd here. These guys racing hard. LaFrance kind of using the apron there to get into the corner with Worrell on the bottom. LaFrance on the top. They kind of get into each other just a touch, but they are clean but hard racing here for 2nd, which is exactly what Gowen wants to see in the rear view mirror because he's starting to pull away. Now, Christian, we know some of those guys elected to stay out there with that fresh set of tires. Whitley, one of them. So, I mean, they are counting on a late caution. If that caution never comes, Whitley's really going to be upset with himself for not using it. Definitely so. Did you see that slide job from the 06 and then the 40 crosses him over down to the bottom side? Gonna try to do the same to him. Is he gonna get clear in this turn? Yes, he's clear. Does he slide him? Okay, he's got slide the pass job. There. Yep. Worrell's gonna drop back to the 3rd position. Into the wall goes LaFrance. Worrell's gonna have to get out of the throttle a touch so he doesn't junk it. But he's gonna go down to the bottom here. They're gonna continue to battle for this race lead. They keep racing each other too hard, though. Nick Goen is going to continue to pull away as our 4th place car. Still Ryan Kelly on those older tires. He's doing a great job taking care of those things.
Nick is in it in the same shot. He's got at least a second lead there. Excuse me, half a second.
So Nick Goen out front, the Wilmington, North Carolina native. Let's see if he can get the job done early on in this race. He wasn't running so hot. He figured it out as the night went on, and with just 14 laps left to go, he is out front.
Yeah, he won at Bristol Motor Speedway. Caution is out!
Big pile up, Christian.
Oh no, let's see, let's break this down one car at a time. Lucas Strayer on the screen. Oh!
Montenegro junk. Let's see that right here. Oh. So the 16 junked somebody, then he gets junked. Just a domino effect, and he's over! Oh my goodness, he flipped!
We have 3 cars over, Blake. 3 cars!
They're
What a late hit!
That was brutal. I did not have flips at Charlotte Motor Speedway on my bingo card. Let's check out the Hutchinson Motorsports TV chopper cam. Here it is. So we got the 84. He just kind of comes down from the 16. 16 has to check up. These guys bumper to bumper. Oh, the 11 just smokes the 12. Montenegro from Chile flips it. The 11 flips it. The 24 flips it. And the 14
Oh, and the
finishes
14. Oh, man. You always got to have that late hit. This time, Brad Delph is the ARCA brake champion. He was all gas. No brakes with it. You know what I mean?
We're playing again here. We'll keep an eye on this 12 car. Montenegro gets absolutely side slapped, rolls it over. 3 cars slip. 14 says, all right, loser, you need some more damage. There it is.
And the car beside him, you saw how slow he was going to avoid it, but the 14 just came in there. Wham!
Yeah, so we're going to check the in-car Hutchinson Motorsports TV cockpit view. Brad Delph here. So look how far back he is, Christian. Like, he's like a half a lap behind this red. So he sees him right here. They're wrecking. He's floored. Still floored. Still floored. Still floored. Still floored. He finally lifts it. Too late. He turned towards him. Intentional.
He was, I know what he was trying to do there. He was like, I'm going to gain some spots. Caution ain't out yet. I'm going to fly by, get a couple spots.
I think that's exactly right. But the race off pit road is a big one. Everybody getting fresh tires. Nick Goen, everybody down pit road. Not anybody stayed out. They know that they needed those fresh tires. So good thing Whitley stayed out and saved that extra set here. We had some clean racing there for a while, but he expected caution after caution to come out, and it pays off. So Whitley's got as good of a chance as everybody now.
We have what is setting up to be an exciting race finish here. We're going to have 11 laps to go, I believe, as we take the green flag. Going to be like a 10-lap battle.
And we're checking out the chat here. We got Greg going in the chat, rooting for his boy Nick, who is leading this thing with we're going to have about 10 laps remaining when we drop the hammer and go green, hopefully for the final time. But these guys are racing pretty hard right now. I wouldn't be shocked if we got another yellow.
I wouldn't either, unfortunately, but my pick to win it is out. I'm going to be rooting for the 31 of Nick Goen now. In that singular wireless car, he won it at Bristol. Is he going to win it tonight here in the World 200 at Charlotte Motor Speedway?
I don't know. He's got to be the favorite. He's got the track position. We know these restarts have been great for the race leaders, and we're checking out the chat. We got Bones Does in the chat. Bones, I was talking to Christian under break earlier. I said, don't worry, Christian. Bones isn't in there now, but every night he pops in by the end of the race, and here you are. But Bones Does and Connor Gerard, they do not miss an HMS TV broadcast.
Not the first one. The GOAT fans, they are.
We got 25 watching here in the chat. We're up to 10 likes. We're getting there, folks, but still less than half of you have liked this video. So click that like button on the video. Subscribe to the page, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. 10 laps remain, the World 200 with the All-American Cup Series. We are here. The lights are on. The pace car is in. As they enter the restart zone. Green flag in the air, the fans. They're on their feet, off their seats. Let's see if we can get to the finish.
Hopefully so. Look at them go down the front stretch into turn 1. Keeping my eye on that 31. Oh, man.
Alex Penn is jumping.
Let's take a look. This loses it in the turn. Back up the track. Bam! 63 had nowhere to go. Is there a late hit? Of course there is!
He's like, you know what? Yeah, this wreck looks fun and all, but I got to make it a little bit better. I'm not sure who it was. Who knows? It was somebody, though. I'm not rewinding the whole thing all night. So we're going to jump back out front here. Nick Goen, your race leader. Kelly in second. LaFrance in third, followed by Whitley and Worrell to round out your top 5 here tonight. We're going to get the green flag back out around 7 laps remaining or so, maybe 6. So we're going to take a quick break, probably our last one of the night. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Be sure, click the like button, subscribe to the page. You got some time. We're going to be back for the finish of the World 200 with the All-American Cup Series. We'll see you in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Charlotte for the World 200. Nick Goen, your race leader for now. Christian, you think he can hold on?
I sure hope so. Greg Goen, his father's watching this race. He's been eating Twizzlers the whole night, but the Twizzlers are gone. He says his fingernails don't have a chance. Somebody get this man some more Twizzlers stat.
Yeah, somebody call the store, get you a, what do they call it, a DoorDash. Get you some Twizzlers real quick because Nick Goen's going to restart this thing on the front row. He's going to have that preferred line. He's probably going to shoot off like a rocket ship here as the pace car heads in front of this sold-out crowd. Green flag in the air.
Green flag, green flag.
Here we are, green flag in the air. Nick Goen with the restart that he needs. He needs those cars to be racing there behind him. 67 and the 77 side by side.
Feeling good right now. That's Mark Whitley trying to take over that second spot on the outside line. He needs to make the pass quick so he can go to work on Goen, but it's not going to happen quite yet.
Christopher Heller's made his way up to the 9th position. Bones Does in the chat says he's betting the mortgage on the 16 to get a top 5. Not looking good for him right now. I bet he's sweating.
Oh, he's got to be sweating. You know, Heller really hasn't had a ton of speed here tonight at Charlotte, which is kind of surprising. He's kind of been mid-pack all night long. 10th is probably about as high up as he's been up to 9th.
Definitely So look at this battle brewing here, though, for second place. It's exactly what Nick Goen wants. It comes to the line. 4 laps to go here at Charlotte in the World 200 All-American Cup Series.
What a great night so far. We've had a little bit of everything. We've had long green flag runs. We've had rollovers, and we've had a few cautions in a row here at the end of this one. Or are we going to get to the finish? 77 of Whitley trying to still make that pass for second. Not going to happen. And here comes the 26th on the back bumper of the 77.
Definitely have to be patient there if you're in this cluster right here. The 06 going to peek it into below the 26 there. The 40 right there, too. Side-by-side racing. No one really wants to put it 3 wide. There isn't a lot of room here.
Not at all. Chris Worrell right here behind this group. Let's hop on the Hutchinson Motorsports TV nose cam right now. Chris Worrell running in the 6th position. He's watching these boys battle it out here as the second place battle continues as they're still side-by-side right in front of the 06.
Thomas Gerard in the chat says music intensified. It surely has. Nick Goen crosses the line. 2 laps to go here in Charlotte. Can he make it around? Can he take the white flag? Can he win it here tonight?
He just has to hope this thing stays green. These guys are getting racy. If we get a wreck, it's going to be from this group right here. I guarantee it. As Carrington running in the 10th position, trying to get a run, make some passes as they go into 3 and 4. We're going to get the white flag this time around if they don't junk it.
Nick Goen coming out of 4 into the triangle. Ladies and gentlemen, white flag is out here in the All-American Cup Series World 200.
Going way out front unless he steps on his own. You know what? He's going to win this thing. Whitley finally makes the pass for second as they're coming out of turn 2 onto the backstretch for the final time. Going out front by a second. Whitley in second. Schreier makes the pass for third as they're side by side for fourth. Coming out of turn 4 for the final time. Checkered flag in the air through the tri-oval. Nick Goen wins the World 200.
What a storybook finish that was. There was an incident coming through the tri-oval. It was an amazing finish to an amazing race. Bones Doze lost his entire mortgage tonight. What more can happen?
Does somebody have a spare room for Bones Does as he bet the mortgage on the 16 to get a top 5? He didn't even break the top 10. A tough night for your points leader, but not too bad. He's not going to lose too many points tonight. Still a solid finish for him as he brings home the 11th place finish. But Christian, it's time to pull in some of these guys on the podium. Our top 3, Schreier, Whitley, Goen. If you're not in a voice chat, please hop into one so we can pull you in. We're going to watch Goen burn it down here as Greg Goen is cheering in the chat. His Twizzlers are gone, but his boy is burning it down here at Charlotte.
That's right, Greg. If you're still there, your boy has done it here tonight.
Lucas Schreier, we've raced a lot with him in our leagues, and I don't know if we've ever had a podium finish with him, so it's going to be interesting to see how he is. We know Luke Schreier is basically the Bob Pockrass of NASCAR. He knows everything about what's going on. So we're going to pull him in here, our 3rd place finisher, Luke Schreier. Luke, Blake, and Christian up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do. What's up?
Hey, not too much. You get the podium finish here tonight. That was some hard racing those last 5 or 10 laps there in that big group you were in.
Yeah, with how my season has went, I never thought I'd be interviewed because I always run up front and then I crash myself. So I'm glad I finally didn't crash myself for once and I took home a 3rd.
Yeah, finishing is half the battle, but you did a great job as you bring home the 3rd place finish. Christian, what do you got for Luke here?
Just, we watched it, how intense it was, being involved in that final battle. What was going through your head other than, trying to survive and not crash?
Yeah, the main thing I was thinking is when we got the restart, the 31 took off, and I was thinking, okay, the 77 is going to clear the 67, then I'll clear the 67, and then we'll just see how this goes. But Mark just couldn't clear the 67, and I'm getting hardcore attacked by the 06 and the 40 behind me, and I'm thinking like 06 is going to send me 3 at any point. I'm just waiting for it. So right as you pulled me, I was about to tell Mark, I'm like, you had one more corner, I was going to split 3 and not care because I was going to start losing spots. But he luckily finally cleared, and then I was able to get at least pretty close to the past 67. It's just couldn't do anything after that. But man, I'm happy for a third place. That was hard earned.
Absolutely. You know, you bring it home. Hey, before you head out, though, Luke, you got any shout-outs or anything for these fans at home?
Oh, I got lots of shout-outs here. I got a shout-out to my uncle who texted me that tonight's a new race and I have a chance because I told him I flipped my truck yesterday. And, I mean, you guys broadcast it. You saw me hit the fence at GLSR. So he told me new race, new opportunity. So finally a shout-out to him. I can say something. And my aunt watching too, my grandma and grandpa watching. Greatest fans I got, only fans I got, but that doesn't matter. And finally, been waiting all season to do this. We got a top 3, so that means I'm drinking beers sponsored by Asheville Rooftop Bars. I've been waiting all year to say that. I know that's probably not a thing going on anymore, but I'm still chugging beers to celebrate. And man, I've been waiting all year to say that. And then we can't forget about Cornwall hot sauce. I drive the spicy car. Jake is driving the mild, so unfortunately couldn't get them in a better spot when I had them on my car. But man, I've been waiting all season for this interview, and I'm so happy.
All right. Well, hey, you have a lot of chances because that GLSR Truck Series just started, so you're going to have 15 more weeks, and plus we got another week here with the All-American Cup Series. So, hey, great job out there, Luke. Top 3 finish for you. We'll send you down to celebrate.
Woo!
Luke Strayer, he was excited for that podium finish. It's time to bring in our second place finisher, Mark Whitley. Mark, Blake, and Christian up in the booth. You got a copy.
Gotcha.
Hey, a good night for you. You know, the whole time you're on an alternate strategy, everybody evens out there at the end. You bring home the second place finish. You didn't get the win, but it has to feel pretty good to park in second.
Yeah, it feels pretty good, especially after messing up qualifying. We were on a different strategy for most of the race. I thought I might have something for the leader there, but I don't know what it was. If the track just got really tight at the end, but once I got side by side with the battling for second there, I thought, all right, cool. I have the advantage up here. I should be able to just get a good run off, clear him, and try to chase him down. And it was plowing so tight. Like I don't know what happened that last run, but it just got so tight I couldn't clear him. The one time I did, I tried to drive it into 3. It just washed up the track and he got back under me. So it was a lot more intense battle than I really figured it would be, and thankfully we were able to get second in the end. Still trying to figure this car out a little bit. Just doesn't seem to drive the way I like to drive it. Everything feels like it's plowing tight everywhere, so not sure if I can just get a handle on it, maybe keep racing them and figure something out with them.
Yeah, well, that Harpoon Design 77 machine was fast. Christian, what do you got for Mark here?
What was going through your mind in that final battle where it was a major cluster at the end? We were watching the 31 drive away. What was going through your mind at the time?
I was like, what the hell? Why can't I get around him? Why is this so tight? I literally, like, that was the whole thing. I was like, once I got a good start and we were side by side, I'm like, all right, I should be able to clear him here, because usually, especially here at Charlotte, on the restart like that, you get on the outside of someone, you should be able to pinch them down and get a good run and clear them pretty easily. And it just wouldn't turn, and he was able to fight on the bottom. I was just like, what the heck is going on here? That was the whole mentality. And yeah, it's just kind of helpless feeling watching Nick just kind of drive away in the windshield. So that was pretty much the whole mindset those last like 5 or 6 laps. It's like, what the heck is going on? Why is it so tight?
Absolutely. Well, hey, great job out there tonight. Second place finish. Before you head out, you got any shout outs for these fans other than they need to subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV?
Yeah, big shout out Harpoon Design, Brantley over there. He makes awesome work. Check him out, harpoondesign.com. All of our Harpoon racing, all his amazing schemes. He's got a form you can fill out. Check him out, jawa.gg. Anybody's looking for a new PC or an upgrade, they're the #1 online marketplace for gamers. No scalpers, best deals available. Check them out, jawa.gg. You guys are putting on a good broadcast. The league, Casey for putting everything together, and hopefully we can get one better next time.
All right. Well, hey, great job out there, Mark. Next week we're going to be at Darlington. How you feeling about your chances over there?
Well, I'm trying to think. It's next week. I'm actually on vacation, so I probably won't show up. But Darlington's one of my favorite tracks. I haven't run it with this car yet, so we'll see if I'm able to race. I think I'll be on vacation, so I might have to take a rain check on that. Oh, also almost forgot Vector. Thank you also to him.
All right. Well, hey, well done, Mark. We'll send you down to celebrate with your team. Good job out there tonight.
Later, guys.
Mark Whitley, your race winner, or I'm sorry, your second place finisher. Next up, though, we're going to pull in your race winner, the star of the show, winning this crown jewel event, the World 200 with the All-American Cup Series. Let's get him in here, Nick Gowan. Nick, Blake, and Christian up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, a great run for you. You know, you didn't start up front. You had to start mid-pack or so, it appeared. I didn't really see you there until about lap 25 or so, but you're able to get the job done. Park it in victory lane. How's it feel?
Feels pretty good. Definitely feel like I let one get away from me at Pocono. I just couldn't get in the clean air, so that was priority numero uno tonight. If I could get in the clean air, I wasn't going to give it up easily. So definitely feels good to bring it home at Charlotte.
Yeah, that definitely paid off, and we know your dad in the chat mentioned he's out of Twizzlers. But Christian, what do you got from Nick here?
You know, just talking about your dad in the chat, he was supporting you all night. Definitely gave us lessons on your last name too, making sure we were in check, saying it correctly. But,
as he does.
Yes, definitely. So, I could say that final restart. I've been asking all the other people tonight that finished on the podium. Take us through that restart. You're driving away and seeing that massive battle for second. What was that like?
I was just hoping that they would stay side by side. I mean, there's a lot of fast guys, especially in the top 5 up here. Whitley, Strayer, Worrell, I think that's, and Kelly. They're all pretty fast, and they're going to put up a fight. So the longer, I was just hoping that they would stay side by side, and that's what they did. They were fighting over second, and that allowed me to get away. The car, I don't know if the track just cooled down at the end, but it just got super, super tight on those last 2 restarts, and I just wouldn't drive off the right rear like it had the whole race until like those last 30 laps. In those last 30 laps, but the longer I saw them 2 by 2 behind me, like the bigger my smile got coming across the line. So definitely felt good.
Yeah, it definitely has to feel good heading into the finale next week at Darlington. Before we head out, though, you got any shout-outs?
Thanks to you guys doing the broadcast all season. Thanks to Casey Carrington to putting on the league. Thanks to my family, especially my dad, participating in the chat and showing up to watch. I think my papa is watching as well. And we'll see you at the finale in Darlington next week. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, we are too. Christian, you got any last-minute words here for our winner?
Just a congratulations, Nick Gowan. You are the World 200 champion tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What a night for Nick Gowan. Wins this crown jewel event here with the All-American Cup Series. Christian, I know in the Discord chat, some drivers weren't happy about the last spell of yellows there at the end, but we had good racing up front all night long there. Nick Gowan gets it done, followed by Whitley, Strayer, Worrell, and Kelly to round out your top 5. Christian, what'd you think of this race here tonight?
You know, you're always going to have the ones that, you know, got the misfortune of the multiple cautions there towards the end. They're going to say the race was terrible, but you cannot look at this race and say that each and every one of these drivers, except for the ARCA brakes, drove their hearts out, did the best they could, put on a show here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Always a great track to come to. Each and every one of these drivers should be proud of this race.
Yeah, you know, like you said, if you're involved in the late wrecks at the end, especially if you're involved in a couple of them, you're not happy, you're complaining. But I'll say, you know, we had that long, almost, hell, what was it, 60-plus lap run. That was a pretty fun time. These guys up front, they were racing hard, racing their hearts out all night long. They all wanted to win the World 200. Only one could do it, though. Nick Gowan gets the job done here out of Wilmington, North Carolina. But folks, that's going to round out the night here for us. We appreciate you guys spending your Thursday night here with the All-American Cup Series on Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Next week is going to be our season finale here on Thursday night with the All-American Cup Series. We're going to be back, though, Sunday night. We're going to have some IMSA-style racing with the MCR series. Going to be interesting. You're definitely going to want to tune into that. We'll be back Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday as well. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to round out the night with a couple of quick little promo videos. Then we're going to finish it out. But we appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Click that like button, subscribe to the page, check out the description, join our Discord, all kinds of good stuff to check out there. But signing out here in the booth with Christian Taylor, I'm Blake Hutchinson. See you next time. For the first time ever, it's a racing Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Green flag in the air as a GTV ripping down the front straight. Right there with him. Smokes him. Oh my goodness! Oh! The whole field is junk! It's a parking lot! They door slam each other! Checkered flag in the air! It's gonna be too close to call! Oh, he just got smoked! Oh my goodness!
Turned.
He got dumped in IMSA Racing!
Caution is out. Oh,